Greetings in the name of Yahusha Mashiach, Melech of Yasharal, Kahan forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. All esteem, honor, and glory unto our Lua, Yahuwah. This is MELEK SHALAMAH Trading. Right now I'm in a live trade on ES Futures. It's the new contract, ESU5. And let me just break down my analysis here and my trading strategy. This is a Black Sun strategy. So basically, let's go back to the open. All right, so this green line right here, that's VWAP. I have some other VWAPs anchored from the ETH and the London session. So let me just take those off real quick for a little more clarity. All right, so this is VWAP, right? Green line. This dash first line here, that's the first upper deviation, second upper deviation, 2.5, and third upper deviation. So as we opened here, we open around Camarilla S3, which is a support level. And on a higher time frame, it's, or let's say from last week Thursday, price action is looking like it's accumulating a little bit, right? So we're kind of in an accumulation structure, but we're getting some failures, right? So, but anyway, we open here, we push up, we start rotating. This light blue line here, that's VPOC. So I label this as the IBHVN, right? So you see we're breaking the IBHVN right now. And when we push up here off of the volume, the VPOC, right? We start getting these buy sweeps. Those are the green dots right there. We have buy stops coming out, 63. We have 112 right here. So this is my preliminary supply, right? From a Wyckoff theory perspective, I'm looking at this as a distribution structure. We pull back here. We push back up. We create the buying climax at this level. I believe that's 60.80, right? And then we pull back, we create the automatic reaction here at 60.73.50, right? We push back up, we create the secondary test at the TC level, right? That's the top central pivot. We push back down, heavy volume, back down to the first upper deviation. We bounce a little bit, heavy liquidity pressing down on the offer. We also have liquidity as we push up to the buying climax and the preliminary supply. Then we start distributing hard. We have aggressive sellers straight down to VWAP. We retest the automatic reaction. That's my LPSY right there, and that's my trade entry right there, right? So now we push down to VWAP again, below VWAP. We get a bounce off of this liquidity here at the central pivot. We're possibly creating another LPSY right now, and we may push down below VWAP and get to this liquidity again. So let me open this up. Right, so now we're waiting on, what do we have here? We have VWAP and we have the volume point of control, right? The IBHVN. So that's the IB high volume node, and it's still the VPOC for the session. So we're looking for aggressive sellers to take it down. We have here an alert ES buy price 60.70, 426 contracts, right? So we have buyers entering the market, aggressive buying, but it's looking like maybe sellers are absorbing them. 426 sellers, right? So it looks like when they bought, 426 sellers actually entered the market and absorbed all that buying, right? So you see the alert here is, it's a buy at 60.70, 426, and the absorption indicator goes off at 426. We have a buy sweep of 465. We don't have follow through to the upside, right? So someone is buying at VWAP, but they got absorbed by sellers. But let's see, it's looking like another buy attempt. another 426. No, this one is 428 at VWAP, absorption 428. So there is some absorption here. There's low volume buying pushing up. So we have the volume pressure and volume pressure imbalance buying spikes, right? So it's spiking in the red, blue to kind of fuchsia, and then the green to red. So volume pressure and volume pressure imbalance buying spikes. Volume pressure imbalance is now falling off. We're looking like we have some exhaustion here. Retesting weekly Camarilla R3. It's looking like I'm gonna give back the profit I made. Well, the unrealized that came down here. But I didn't get to break even. When I move 6 points into profit, then I get break even. My trailing stop executes and starts trailing by 6. So right now, buyers taking it back up to my entry. And let's see what happens here. I think this is a good place to add to the trade on this retest. So I'm adding to the trade right there. It's looking like buying exhaustion. Let's see if we get that trade or if it stops me out. Right, so that stops me out. I'm going to try another entry right there. Looking like buying exhaustion on the retest of the automatic reaction. So now I want to see some aggressive sellers coming in, but not seeing any sellers coming in right now. It's looking like this trade is gonna probably stop me out. And all of this buying retracement here was on low volume. Right, so low volume. Let's see if we get some volume on the sell side, pushing us back down to VPOC and VWAP. So we're below weekly Camarilla R3 again. Let's see if we get some aggressive sellers pushing us down from this level. We have 6 buy stops going off on this retracement. And these are sell stops here, 24, 2. And this right here, that's gold is buying up right now. Let me just let you hear that. And let me just pull over the gold chart real quick. Alright, so this is the gold chart. We're retesting Camarilla S3 after this pullback right here, or this sell-off. Retesting it from below, maybe turning into resistance, from support to resistance. This may be an automatic rally after selling climax here. This might be the automatic rally, and we might push back down to these levels here to create a secondary test, but we'll see on that. Right, so right now the ES consolidating at VWAP, no major selling. I still think my stop is in jeopardy. We might get a push back up to these levels here and retest the top of the range at the buying climax level. We have some buying volume coming in there a little bit. Yep, so some buying volume.
Boom. Sweep
Probably
gold
stopping
buyers.
me out, right?
Boom.
So stopped
Sweep
out.
ES buyers.
So let's see if we get another opportunity with the LPSY somewhere around here, maybe 60, 78, but we're getting a retest here of the first upper deviation. Let's see what's happening here. All right, gonna take that trade right there. Retest
Tracking.
of the first upper
Iceberg gold
deviation.
sell.
Push above the automatic reaction. Let's see if we get some sellers. All right, gonna enter the trade here again. All right, so let me just label this LPSY. All right, so we have to move down 6 points from the entry, 60, 73.50. That's my break-even point. We gotta get down to around 60, 67.50, and then it's gonna move to break-even and trail by 6 points. First, we gotta clear VWAP. So let's see if we get sellers at VWAP. So VWAP and VPOC all in the same place right here at 60, 70. Let's see if we get aggressive sellers through VWAP. If we do get through VWAP, this big buying right here, we're gonna have some stop runs below this level here, coming back to the central pivot. And this is gonna be the first lower deviation here at 60, 65, 75. Right, a little buyers coming in here. No aggressive selling, so still could be accumulation. We have an iceberg buyer right here, stepping in. Let's see if sellers want to run him over a little bit. We have on the LPSY, when it's created, we have iceberg sellers. We have the buy sweeps. See, my entry is right there, right there. Right, first liquidity target at 60, 67. Right now, this could still explode to the upside off of VWAP. We could get like one of these big buyers again, pushing us up from 60, 70. They may be absorbing right now, but definitely no aggressive selling. Not yet. We have the iceberg buyers. We have weekly Camarilla R3, 60, 72. Let's see if we get some resistance there and sellers step in. So I'm still not getting my aggressive sellers, still waiting on that. All right, we have some sell stops coming out. Aggressive selling drying up right there. Once we stay below this automatic reaction, we should be good for a sell-off. We have a passive order. 60.71, they just pulled. Right, so that's my aggressive seller, heavy volume at VWAP. 5 buy sell stops. Still didn't push through VWAP. Still there are some buyers here, kind of absorbing this price, absorbing the sellers. Okay, now I'm seeing where we may have some buying exhaustion here. You see on the best offer, buyers didn't take it up. Same here, same here. That's the red line right there. Best offer, best offer. You see when I highlight it, it says best ask. So once we don't see blue bubbles, aggressive buyers on the best ask, and we see sellers taking on the best bid, which is the green line, right? We should run into the central pivot and this liquidity down here. All right, so we have selling sweeps. We did not move down. Aggressive selling. We have the iceberg seller. All right, now we have the aggressive selling coming in. A bunch of alerts here. Hundreds sell stops came out. Liquidity stepping in here, so it's looking like somebody is maybe accumulating here at the same time, but it's looking here again that there is exhaustion on the best offer, right? You see that exhaustion right there. Liquidity on the bid. All right, so now the buyers are getting aggressive. We may retest VWAP and VPOC. My stop is now at break even. And the volume pressure imbalance to the sell side and the volume pressure, and we had some sell stops spiking to the downside here. We had the reversal off of this liquidity. Buyers are not really aggressive. Volume isn't really that prominent, but we have higher volume here. If you put this at the top here, you see going across to the left. This is the highest volume so far coming into VWAP. Not the highest volume so far, I mean like entirely, but just in this little section we're looking at from 1052 to 1058. The next buying volume we had here in comparison was this, and we had exhaustion right there. So let's see. We have the same kind of pattern kind of developing right here underneath VWAP and VPOC from the same kind of volume, right? So let me just use this volume. That's the pattern. We have the same amount of volume and the same pattern kind of playing out. So we should get another one of these. So we have buying absorption 393. iceberg buyers, 18 sell stops, and some buy sweeps. So we're retesting VWAP, VPOC again. Decent volume on the buy side, but not really that aggressive. All right, I think that's my stopping point right there. If price pushes above this level, I want to stop out. So we're going to move our stop to this level here. And I want the trade to continue to the downside from this level here. So we have buying exhaustion, a little stop run above VPOC, VWAP and VPOC. 20 stops came out, buy stops, iceberg sellers. We're running into an iceberg right now. We have sell stops, 12 coming out. So let's see what happens here. Right, very low volume right now. But I want to see some selling aggression, just like here where it came in. I want to see some selling volume come in here. We have liquidity on the ask, 559 contracts at 60.70 at VWAP, trying to cap VWAP. All right, so this here could be labeled another LPSY at 60.7225. So let me just label that. In the meantime, all right, so just stop me out again. So it's looking like price action is kind of accumulating here. So we have a little small loss on the day. But let's see if we get another opportunity at this LPSY and Camarilla R3. All right, so taking a trade entry there, buy sweeps, buying exhaustion. At the automatic reaction, so looking like I might get stopped out though. I'm gonna enter the trade again, add to the position right here. Gonna move my stop down to this level. And if we break above this level, I'll take the stop out. So we have the volume pressure imbalance spiking to the buy side. We're not really moving we're getting like buy stops, we have selling absorption. We have this iceberg buyer trying to support price right now, but it's looking like it wants to break down. But here comes the buyers, so probably gonna get stopped out here on this trade as well. So to get through this liquidity, 551 on the bid, we need aggressive sellers. We're not getting that. We have icebergs, buyers right here. So it's not looking good for the trade right now. We have buying sweeps. We need aggressive sellers. And stopped out. All right, so I think that's it for my trade here today. I could continue to try and catch this LPSY here, but I think I'm good because one thing that's kind of missing from this strategy, we have the Camarilla R3 weekly level, but I don't have any Camarilla R3 daily level or something like that in close proximity. So let's see, Camarilla R3 value area high is all the way up here at 61.19. So we could be accumulating to get up to those levels, yesterday's highs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take my red day, 275 on the day, and that's it for now. Alright, y'all, it's MELEK SHALAMAH Trading. Your trade safe and stay blessed. Shalom.